Today I am celebrating my birthday. So the first thing I will talk about is the importance of gratitude. I learned that nobody is coming to save me. Hisi ni transportation. Hii kitu ya kunipeleka job. Do not let that excitement get so much into you, because that excitement is going to end. It will not even take long. Stay guided. The Bible says in the book of Psalms, chapter 90, verse 12, that teach us how to number our days, that we may gain a heart of wisdom. That is how we are going to start this vlog. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Sami QN and I live in Nairobi. Nairobi is the capital city of Kenya, our beautiful country, which is located on the eastern parts of Africa. How are you? It has been a moment since I actually saw you, since I recorded a video. I think the last time I recorded a video was back in March, wakati nilikuwa nachuna maembe. Unakumbuka hiyo vlog? It is just the vlog after this, like the immediate vlog. Yeah, nikiwa home nikichuna maembe. Yeah, and I hope that you're doing amazing. This is going to be a different vlog. You guys are used to me traveling, like you're used to seeing me traveling, making vlogs while hiking, making vlogs while walking, or doing a lot of other travel related things. But this vlog is going to be kind of different. I have decided to sit down and talk to myself, rather my future self, or maybe talk to someone who needs this kind of a thing. Yeah. And the reason is today I am celebrating my birthday. Yeah, today is my birthday. I am turning 32. 16th June. Yeah, that is usually my birthday. And I don't know, I feel so excited. I feel happy. I feel something I can't really explain. I just feel excited about my birthday and everything. Yeah, so I just decided to sit here and talk. And we are going to start from the verse that I read. The verse in Psalms chapter 90, verse 12. This is Moses asking God to teach him how to number our days. And I want you to notice that Moses did not ask God to add him more days, to give him more days. No. He asked God to help him know how to number his days. You see, sometimes it's not really about the numbering 1, 2, 3. No. When you read that verse, you're going to see that it is more about knowing your purpose, understanding why you are here. The reason why Moses did not ask God to add him more days or more years is because life is not measured by the length, but by the quality. At the end of the day, God is not going to be concerned about how long you lived. God cares more about the things that you're doing while you are alive. God has given you a purpose. He has given you an assignment. Are you intentional enough to accomplish it? Because sometimes we forget that this life is borrowed. We are not going to be here forever. That itafika point upate hatuko. Like kuna point tu itafika upate the people that you know, the relatives. Yo, that's crazy. That is crazy, but it's also important to know that, so that we don't live in ignorance. You see, it's very important to be intentional about life, because this is not going to be forever. And so at some point we are going to bow out. That's crazy. Anyway, I have learned to celebrate my birthdays with intention. And for the people who know me, you people know that I usually travel during my birthdays. For example, right now as I record this video, I am in Nakuru, yeah, and I'm planning to be traveling in the Rift Valley for the remaining part of the week. I am planning to go to Nyahururu. I'll go to Cabernet. God willing, I'm not really 100% sure. I'm planning to visit Lake Baringo and Lake Bongoria. But when I looked into the logistics, I realized that it can be really challenging if I don't have a car. I wish I borrowed a car from someone. I don't know. If it won't be possible, I will have to replan, re-strategize again, maybe come back with a car. Niki travel, you see, I'm using matatu and things like that. And accessing Lake Bogoria and Lake Baringo, it's very challenging because those places are kind of remote. So lazima ukuwe na gari yako. Or rather you can use the motorbike, which is more hectic compared to using personal means. Yeah, I would encourage you to be kind of intentional about celebrating your birthdays. I don't know how you do it, but birthdays should be moments of reflection. You should spend such moments reflecting about your life, thinking about where you have come from, and thinking about where you are, and also thinking about where you want to be. That is very important. And you see, we only celebrate birthdays once in a year. So these are very important days. Yeah, they are very important to me. I do not celebrate my birthdays casually. Birthdays are not normal days to me. Birthdays carry a weight I cannot explain. Of course, we think about our lives in our day-to-day lives, but birthdays come to teach you, to remind you that your life is progressive. Like, you are not here to stay. Like, you're not going to be young forever. For example, you people, I'm saying I am 32. And that is funny because the other day I was 22. For example, 2016, I was 22. And the funny thing is, I can remember everything that happened in 2016. 2016 feels like yesterday. And thinking that it has been 10 years kutoka 2016, it's crazy. Like that is too fast. That is too fast, bro. And I think that is how life goes. Like, life huisha mara moja kama ujui. Unajipata uko 22, the next moment you're 32, the next you're 42, you're 52, 62, 72, 82. And then the next moment you're now looking at your sunset days and thinking about the things that you did, the things that you didn't do. I think the worst thing that can happen to someone is when they are 82 and they regret the things they should have done when they were at a certain age. You see, when Moses is saying that he needs to know how to number his days, it also means that he needs to know what he is supposed to be doing at a certain time, right? There are things you're supposed to be doing at a certain age. I am 32. There are things I know I should be doing at this age because nikingoja nifanye baadaye, maybe it won't feel appropriate enough. In this video, I am going to talk about 3 things that I have learned at 32. I wanted to say 32 things I have learned at 32, but that would not have made sense because 32 things you've learned, bro. So the first thing I will talk about is the importance of gratitude. And the second thing is the weight of responsibility. And the third thing will be about the fleeting value of material things. I hope that you're going to enjoy this vlog. Kindly make sure that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel and like this video. Let us go. The first thing I have learned at age 32 is that gratitude is everything. And sometimes I wish I learned this early. We are in a very interesting generation that everyone seems to be chasing after something, always. It's a kind of rat race where we are always pursuing after something and we do not get time to pause, stop, and enjoy the little things that we have. And talking about this, social media has been a catalyst towards this unending desire to achieve things. If you have PhD today, you want to change career, you forget that there is someone who wants to achieve that PhD of yours so badly. If you want masters, you want to achieve a PhD, forgetting that there is someone who has a degree and they want to achieve masters so badly. It's crazy, right? If you have iPhone 16 Pro Max, you want iPhone 17 Pro Max. And the person who has iPhone 17 Pro Max is asking for the date when Apple is going to launch the next. And so having the spirit of gratitude is being able to appreciate the things that you have already, the place that you are already, without really needing to achieve the next one first. And God values a grateful heart. Sometimes God is looking at you. He is looking at you first to be appreciative of the things He has given you. And so as I turn 32 today, I am grateful to God for the life He has given me, the good health He has given me. I do not want to be ignorant of the fact that there are people who wanted to be where I am today, reach 32, they didn't. There are people maybe who wanting to be as healthy as I am, but they are in hospitals, maybe they have suffered a disease. See, and so today I am stopping to be grateful at where I am today, the things I have achieved, the things I have, the small things, as small as the phone I am using to record this video. Without cultivating the spirit of gratitude, it is very hard to be happy. Very hard to be happy. You remember when the video started, I said that I am experiencing happiness that I can't explain. It is because I have been reflecting of the things that I have done, what I have achieved so far at 32, the lives I have touched with my maybe personality, the deeds, small things that I do, and someone out there just texts me, says, bro, you are amazing. You did 1, 2, 3, and it touched me. I am grateful for that small thing. The text that I receive from people, maybe friends, someone says, you are amazing and I like you. Like, I like your personality. I like the way you do your things. It touches me. It inspires me to become a better person. I am grateful for that. Even as I aim for better, as I look forward to achieving more and more and more. So gratitude is everything. The second thing I have learned at the age of 32 is the weight of responsibility and what it does to character, right? I became independent immediately after finishing high school. I finished high school in 2013. And immediately after finishing high school, I was making independent decisions. I was working. I remember immediately after finishing high school, I didn't have a phone. And I was not expecting my parents to buy me a phone. So I had to learn how to work, earn money to buy a phone. And I remember after finishing high school, I got into digging. Hiyo ndo inaitwa kulima. Kulima inaitwaje kwa kizungu? Is it weeding ama? And we used to be paid around 200 per day. Yeah, I think right now it has changed. People are getting paid 300, 350, but during that time we were being paid 200. That is 2014 per day, and I saved that money and ikafika 2,500. I bought my first phone, and also at that time I started living alone. Not really living alone kabisa. Unajua uko ni ushago, so huwezi ishi peke yako kabisa. You have to depend on your home to eat. So siwezi jipikia, but I used to live alone, right? And I started making independent decisions that this is what I want and nobody's coming to help me achieve this. That is what I mean by responsibility. Responsibility means that you are able to make independent decisions and you are liable to those decisions, and in case of any consequence, you are responsible enough to handle it. It's a very interesting generation. People are running away from responsibilities. Most men are comfortably eating 30s and 35 and 40 without getting married. When you look deep into it, you're going to realize that people do not want responsibility. They don't want to be responsible for anyone, so they prefer staying unmarried. See, it's also very interesting that this issue of single motherhood, children growing up without both parents, it's crazy. When you dig deeper into it, you're going to see a parent. Majority of the cases, you're going to see a parent who escaped responsibility. Responsibility is good, and it works everywhere. If you are someone's girlfriend, that is a responsibility. If you are someone's boyfriend, that is a responsibility, because you are entrusted with that position. So there is a level you are expected to perform in terms of security, in terms of provision, and things like that. That is responsibility. If you have become a mother or a father, that is a responsibility. And you are expected to behave. There are certain things you're not supposed to do. There are certain things that you're supposed to do. That is responsibility. It is good because it also builds your character. It molds your personality in a positive way. It helps you become a decent human being. As much as we are seeing people running away from responsibilities, at my age, I have learned to embrace responsibilities. And before I go to the third lesson, I would love to say this about responsibility. Maybe it is going to help someone. I learned that nobody is coming to save me. And this is very interesting. I hope I will not offend some of you. I learned that nobody really can give me the life I want. I would sit down with people and tell them my dreams. Tell them the things I want to achieve. And I realized that I was not telling them for them to know. I was telling them so that maybe they can see that this guy is very ambitious, and maybe we can help him. But I realized that nobody can help you achieve the life that you want. You are the only person capable of helping yourself achieve whichever thing that you want. If at all there will be a person willing enough to help you, it has to be collaborative. You help me, I help you. But nobody is going to offer to give you something for free. You see that if I need to move from point A to B in my life, I have to execute it myself. And nobody can really help me do that. You see, it's very important to recognize that, because I have seen a lot of people complaining about the government, complaining about the economy, complaining about fake friends. See, you are complaining about the president traveling to many countries, frequently traveling. You're complaining about the economy, complaining about tax. But the question is, even if the president stopped traveling, how will it affect you? Even if today things were tax-free, will it help you achieve your dreams? No. So whether the president travels, whether the president is bad or good, it does not help you. At the end of the day, you will sit down and you will see that you have things you need to achieve, and nobody's coming to help you. So you have to help yourself against all odds, against bad governance, against hard economy. It's crazy. Nobody's coming to save you. If you're watching this, I want it to register somewhere in your mind. The kind of life you want, you are the only person who can give it to yourself. Lesson number 3 that I have learned in my 32 years of living is that material things lose their shine very quickly. I remember when I bought this phone back in 2022, I was very excited. Yani, nakumbuka nikienda pale mobile hub kununua hii simu, yani nilikuwa na feel ni kama nina hit the sky. I was very excited. Nikafika kwa nyumba hivi, ilikuwa tu maselfie. Hii simu ilikuwa na kamera fiti. Okay, iko na kamera fiti hadi sahi. But that excitement ilisha kitambo sana. Hata haikumaliza 1 month. After 1 month, all the excitement ilikuwa imeisha. Hadi sasa nilikuwa nashangaa ni simu gani nafaa kununua. And that is what happens with everything. Gari, nyumba. Ushihamia nyumba mpya, una feel ni kama sasa umefika. But after a few weeks, hiyo kitu imeisha. That is it. And that happens to everything. Cars, the things that we buy. Unanunua gari sahi, na maybe sahizo umespend a lot of money just to feel that excitement yenye hata haiwezi maliza miezi 2. Ukishamaliza miezi 2 hivi ushazoea, hizi ni transportation, hii kitu ya kunipeleka job. But wakati ukinunua ulikuwa excited bro, like ulikuwa unasema hii gari inakaa fiti. Hadi unaenda road trip Meru, unaenda road trip uko Lolukwe, uko Samburu. But after a few months, the excitement goes. There is this trend I'm seeing on social media about forex traders buying cars. Na unaangalia tu msee ananunua gari, msee ananunua magari 5 hivi na zote ni expensive. There is a guy I follow called Mamba FX. He is a forex trader. That guy has a lot of cars. They are all supercars, very expensive. But when you listen to him akiongea, unasikia tu anasema anataja tu gari yenye anataka kununua next. Unamuuliza sasa hizi magari zote ziko kwa garage ni gani? Msee akona Lamborghini, akona Ferrari, akona inaitwaje Bugatti, akona all the cars that you can imagine of. But when he is talking, unasikia, this is the car I want to buy, I want to purchase this, I want to purchase this. Unashindwa what? But when you look at it, you're going to realize it is that concept. Yeah, material things lose their shine very quickly. You see, and having that understanding will help you manage your excitement. Do not be overly excited about material things. Don't. Do not let that excitement get so much into you, because that excitement is going to end. It will not even take long. It will take a few weeks. Ikienda sana 2 months. That dream car you have in your mind, usiache ikupoteze, ama you don't let yourself get so absorbed into pursuing material things a lot. No, that excitement is too temporary to make you lose focus. Yeah, very important. And this is going to help you stay guided the way Onyango Tate says. It will, you see, make you stay guided, because you'll not be strayed away in this and this and this. Unaona msee amenunua gari, unataka kwenda kununua yako. Unaona msee amevaa watch kali, watch maybe at 300. A friend of mine, I know he's going to watch this vlog, just purchased a wristwatch worth 300,000. I'm like, people have levels, okay? Do not ignore the fact that we are not in the same level. Mse 300,000 inaweza kwa pocket change, but you keep your 300,000, you can go and invest somewhere else. But kuna mse mwingine hiyo pesa hata haioni kama ni kitu, it's pocket change. So those are the 3 lessons I have learned at 32. I hope that you have learned something. Kindly write down on the comment section what you have learned throughout this vlog. Thank you very much for watching this video up to this point. I appreciate that. Make sure that you've subscribed to my YouTube channel. Comment down below what you have learned through this vlog. Otherwise, happy birthday to me. I will be celebrating my birthday for the rest of the week. Tomorrow I'll be going to Nyahururu, then probably go to Lake Bogoria, Lake Baringo, and maybe somewhere else that I am not going to disclose. Thank you very much. Happy birthday to me. That too looks good on me.